so excited.
It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielson, Matt Kassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Dusty and Tommy Gazzola with you. It is Two Guys and a Goalie. Gager just sent me a sad face. I told him, I said, just chill today, man. Like, we get through an hour here. Like, don't worry about it.
Let's have a good time.
Yeah. And then I saw his sad face and said, well, do you really want to? Like, it's okay, man. Like, everything's all right.
Duck Dad said it right. Welcome to the oil stream.
Well, I mean, kind of.
Pretty much.
Yeah, kind of. I think that's you're not far off. That's kind of what we have here. Maybe we got a lot of bird draft stuff. We obviously have to get into. We just dodged. Did you see it? I don't know if you were paying attention to Lock Shop.
I was in and out on the Lock Shop.
We dodged an absolute bullet.
In what way?
Well, Jay had arranged a meeting for a possibly big client that I was just. He comes in there. He goes, "Hey, I got a meeting Thursday, 9:45 with so and so." I was like, "Oh, I'll come with you." And then we're sitting here on Lock Shop. And we're talking about the draft, and then we're like, "Oh no." We had a meeting that day.
Can't do that.
And then he managed to change the meeting on the Lock Shop.
Excellent.
Save the entire thing, which was big.
Well done, Jay.
Yeah, it was an important move. And now we can attend the meeting on Friday.
Excellent.
And that's good news. Two Guys and Goalies brought to you by GS Construction, where they are hiring now. They were hiring yesterday, and they will be hiring tomorrow. They are hiring all the time. If you're looking for a job or you want to start a better career, visit their page at Indeed.ca or go to www.gsconstruction.ca and click Ready to Work. And with the Next Up Person program at GS Construction, it's not just a job. It is a career.
Okay, has something changed in this studio? Was this here on Friday?
Maybe. Was it there Friday? It wasn't there when I was here on Tuesday, but
right.
What else could have changed?
Things are changing around here. I'm like, what's going on?
I don't know, Tommy. I mean, it is technically a new studio.
Yeah. But it's fine. Like, we're finding the groove in here, right?
Yeah.
That we had a monitor up there that we would look at, right?
Yeah, they moved that monitor from there to here because now it's under the camera,
which
and we don't
makes
have
it
to look
easier
over there.
For us. Great move. I respect that.
You know what drives me crazy so far?
Tell me.
Is everybody on that side sits so close to the TV. See, look at the shot right now. See, your shoulder's like on the TV.
I'm told to be, this is what Jay and Reed told me, that this line here, if your shoulder is lined up with it, that's the sweet spot.
See, and I got it coming through my torso.
Now, what if
because I
think
that's lined up on here.
Right.
So for me, I think if we're sitting too close,
but you're way over on the other side.
But if we're sitting here, look how close we are. What's the point of having a big studio?
Yeah. So
if we're all tight, I think if you move over a little bit that way, like that, then I think it looks a little bit better.
Okay.
I think the space between shoulder and TV is important.
So this is better. This is all on the fly.
It also, to me, doesn't look like the TV is centered in the middle of the shot.
Then that would mean that the camera's off center.
Maybe. It definitely looks better with you over there a little bit.
That's fine. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. And then like sometimes we zoom it in, sometimes we like this one's zoomed out today.
We zoomed it out a little bit on the morning show today too.
We're figuring it out, and we got to get these windows taken care of. The one in the Hangout studio is basically pieced together with some interesting things to block out the sun.
What was the we got I got him in my phone as BW Beauty.
EW
It's
Beauty.
Bruce who helps us with the lighting.
Yes.
Not William Huff Bruce, a different Bruce.
Oh,
He said there's...
Bruce Wiggins.
Yeah. What did you call that board that would block sun?
Yes. Jay says the desk is the problem. You need to take off the two end pieces. No, this is the desk the way it's supposed to be. We actually didn't have it used to its max potential in the old studio. And then...
See, at the old place, we had 3 pieces of the desk, and then the 4th piece held the TV.
This is
so
how
now
it's
we've got
supposed
our
to be.
4 pieces of the desk. This is how it was constructed. It looks good now. And that looks a little bit better.
We'll figure it out.
It does
Don't
look
worry.
like the TV needs to move over a bit, which means the camera probably needs to go a little bit.
I think the camera's off.
The camera needs to go a little bit that way, maybe. But these are all things. We've only been here for a week. It'll all get get sorted out
We'll
when
get
it's
it
all said
figured
and
out.
done. But the shot shouldn't be any much different here than it is on the...
Jen says the
morning
side by Dusty is dark. Yeah, that's because there's literally natural light coming in on the side.
There's 3 windows here that have a curtain.
But it's not a full
What do we call
blackout.
that? A shade?
Shade.
Yeah,
But it's not full black.
Probably need to
So.
black out the last window here, I think.
Yeah.
Then my side wouldn't look as dark.
Correct.
Now we could also go like this.
What are you going to do?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, too much.
Way too much.
That's way too much.
Way too
That's
much.
way too bright.
Yeah. No, those
I want
are
to
just
experiment
TV
with that a
studio
little bit.
lighting.
It almost feels like we need to be backlit a little bit. But I don't know how that works.
That's for Bruce Wayne. I think you could put like a light there and a light there,
Yeah,
if I
shooting
recall,
down.
and then it comes and it backlights us. It's doable. Just if we want to do it, we're making it work. We'll get there. It's the summer. We're deep summer right now. People are talking about, hey, 5 weeks till hockey season. Belsey sent me a text last night. I was just like, no,
5 weeks
just
until camp?
relax. Yeah,
That's it?
yeah, and I'm just like, let's enjoy our summer.
She's flying by, isn't she?
You were a busy boy.
Yeah, I keep
I
busy.
filled in for you last week. Then we had the game Saturday.
Not this month. So this month I got Saturday in Calgary.
Yeah.
Are you doing that one?
No, my next Calgary game is Labor Day.
Okay, so
And then I get
Saturday
some
in
late
Calgary.
games.
And then next Friday,
Yeah.
Here.
You've got that game?
Friday Night Football. That'll be a good one.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I've gotten used to working with Dwayne and Marsh and Rod. Last week with Farhan and Lapo, I had never met Lapo before.
Yeah, well,
Great
Lapo's
guy.
a beauty, yeah.
And Farhan I've known for years, but I've never worked with him. And so, as you clear your throat,
sorry
there,
about that, everybody.
you're okay. He's okay. But it was like I'm like, it's like that scene in Anchorman where it's like, you're not Ron.
That was funny, actually.
That's how it was. But it ended up being okay. And like, obviously different. I was telling you, I'm like, hey, it's not the same because what you see on the broadcast is like half of the conversation that actually happens.
Yeah.
And you and Suits have a good rapport, and Marsh and Dwayne and Rod and Dwayne. And so like, it was a different cadence.
Well,
obviously.
Lapo and Farhan had never done a game together either, right?
I had never worked with either one
Yeah,
of them.
so it was 3 guys who'd never really worked together
Nope.
on a crew, which doesn't, it's not ideal.
And we got a rain
scenario.
delay in there for an hour and 15 minutes.
Is that how long it ended up going? The
Yeah.
lightning delay.
Yeah, lightning delay, pardon me. But it was fun. You know what? It was an entertaining game. I feel bad for the Elks. You got to catch that ball. I know I said it on the hangout, but man, you got to.
That was a bad look.
Dusty, you got to catch that.
Yeah, that was a tough one for sure. All right, you can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. People are saying the desk technically isn't center of the shot, which I think I agree with.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We will. And Hernan was playing with because you can also, that's the other factor is like in the system on the computer, you can change the shot.
Yeah, that's probably what's happening here.
Yeah.
Crop too much off the one side.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll figure it all
It still
out.
looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so we'll get into some hockey stuff. Rip City Step says, no suit Tommy. Looked cool in the sideline. So no suit at all? Hey, you were wearing the golf shirt.
They sent, you know how they send us some stuff?
Yeah.
Eddie last year, I remember it was like 35, 36 degrees at field level one game, and I was suited up.
Oh, God.
And I was drenched in sweat. And I just texted Eddie, and I'm like, Eddie, like, do I need to wear a suit even when it's like 35 degrees. He goes, no, policy's 30 plus. You can wear the golf shirt.
Is that the policy? I don't even know.
Yeah. But we didn't have Eddie. We had Mike Marshall working the game. And I texted him the night before. I'm like, Mike, is it okay to wear a golf shirt tomorrow? It's supposed to be like 32. And then it feels even hotter at field level. And he got back to me pretty quick. He's like, you got the okay. Arden had to give it the green light.
Jeez Louise.
All the way to the top.
Holy
But I'll tell you what, I was way more comfortable.
What were you wearing for pants?
Like nice, but lighter, nice pants, like dress pants kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I was wearing my Nike kicks though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wear Nikes in the booth.
It's a good look.
Yeah, no, and they're comfortable. Mm-hmm. So that's nice. All right, we do have bird draft coming up. This is a big thing of the summer.
Yeah.
We are working on that bracket of the Whipping Boy. That'll probably start next week.
Wait, you got to fill me in on this.
Week.
What is that?
Oh, we talked about it.
The Whipping Boy?
The Whipping Boy bracket. Oilers Whipping Boy bracket.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We got to get that underway.
It until you came back.
Yeah. We're going to probably launch that on Monday.
Yeah, okay.
And then that'll take us into training camp, and then that should time out nicely.
Perfect.
And then we had a couple of Stuart Skinner conversations on the Nielsen show this morning. We can probably continue some of that. I do want to... But Jode says, anyone know of a decent place to stay in St. Albert that won't cost me like $200 a night?
Whoa.
That must be, Jode, are you talking for Nasty Bash? Probably might be a Nasty Bash thing.
That's a Nasty Bash thing.
I know The Godfather has a room at, what is it, the St. Albert Inn? That sort of...
Is that the classic?
It's the older hotel right on Main Street.
It used to be the Bruin Inn, apparently. And that's where like Messier would bring the cup. If I'm not mistaken, it's on the corner on Perron Street.
Maybe. It's like on the main street.
Yeah.
But pretty early into town.
Yes.
Yeah, right up on the left.
Oh, that, I know which one. This is with the water slide?
I don't know, man. It's the morning after the Nasty Bash. I'm not going to hit the water slide, Tommy.
Eric would.
Eric might. But yeah, no, I think that one's kind of affordable. I think that's the one. Yeah, Johnny Alberta says, I booked St. Albert Inn. Yeah, I think it's the St. Albert Inn. I love that people, we should have reached out to St. Albert Inn and said, can
we swing a deal?
We need like 8 rooms or something.
Get us a rate.
I didn't know that many people were going to be staying in St. Albert. I should have, next year, maybe that's something we'll look in on.
Big Maple texting in 780-218-9999 says, Dusty, pick up some milk thistle tablets for the Nasty Bash. Cameo Hanlon from Bender Extender. There is milk thistle in Bender Extender.
Okay.
She was on the Hangout. We're going to get her on the Hangout again, hopefully in August. I did invite her, so maybe I said, hey, bring some Bender Extender.
Oh.
Cameo sounds like she's coming. Cameo, I said it on the air. You better be there.
And this makes you feel better in the morning?
Actually, I find that it works.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you go like way overboard,
nothing's going to help in that situation.
That's a tough one to come back from. But this, like, if you have a good time, you have a few beverages, it definitely makes sure that you're up and at 'em the next morning.
Uncle Dave texts in today here on Two Guys and a Goalie, brought to you by GS Construction. As this is basically an oil stream, I feel I have to bring up an issue from the last episode. I often listen later on podcast format, so I couldn't text in during the show, but I was yelling at my speaker as Tommy casually strolled through the Oilers' toughest players of all time and failed to mention beloved Sportsnet personality Luke Gazdic. Here's a keep it or clip it for you. Luke Gazdic is the last true goon that will ever play for the Oilers. I've loved him as a player, and I think he's a great analyst.
Gazdic's name did not come up, and that's fine.
Who was with you on Oil Stream? You and
myself and Hernan.
Okay. And even Nanso didn't come up with
Nobody
Gazdic.
did. Nobody, unless I missed it in the nasty chat. I was watching the text line. Nobody mentioned Gaz, unless we did say it briefly. But that's a good one. Gaz is great. And you know what? I'd say he's an even better analyst.
Yeah, he's good. He's a smooth analyst.
Yep. Great guy.
He's going to be out here for that Capital Care Feast on the Field. Gaz and I are co-hosting the event, and then we'll be golfing the next day.
Excellent.
So we're going to have a chance for you, I think, to golf with Gazdic. So be paying attention to that. Feast on the Field, and then the next day we'll be at Red Tail broadcasting all day.
Excellent.
If you want to play with us, there's still some spots in this tournament. And for many of you, you can't get into the EST tournament because it's the hottest ticket in town. But if you still want to golf, we're going to be a bunch of us out there. We're going to be doing shows all day at Red Tail. So go to edmontonsportstalk.com and click on Capital Care Golf, and you can find a way to grab a foursome and join us out there. It should be a pretty good time. I do want to just elaborate on the last true goon to ever play for the Oilers. Was that like? See, to me, when you say true goon, it's like not necessarily serviceable toughness, but just toughness to have.
Yeah,
like functional toughness. But it's not like you couldn't play him on the second line.
That's Darcy Hordichuk, in my opinion, or Mike Brown. But Mike Brown and Gaz could play.
I was going to say, well, that's the thing. Was Gaz a good enough player that we didn't just view him as a guy who would just fight? I think I remember him more. I know we love him now.
Well,
and he's kind of become a buddy, but
yeah.
I mean, I remember him mostly just really being able to scrap.
Yeah, same here.
Since then, you had Luch and Kassian, but those guys could play up in your top six.
Yes.
Gaz never did that.
And you know what else you had in there? Was Matt Hendricks.
Oh, yeah. But I always, that's an interesting point.
Right?
I viewed Hendricks as a guy who could go.
Mm-hmm. And would go.
But wasn't on the team to patrol things.
Right.
Whereas I think that's kind of the role that Gazdic played.
Yes, that's fair.
And has there been anybody that...
Maroon would do it. Luch would do it.
But those guys could bury
Cass
20.
Could do it. Yeah.
Was he the last straight up goon on the Oilers ever?
I'd make a case for Darcy Hordichuk over...
Now, Hordichuk played before Gazdic,
just
right?
before, but
so that would be saying.
I think Gaz played better than Hordichuk
as a player.
As a player, like
I would agree with that.
Not just fighting, just as a player. You could throw Gazdic out there for a regular shift, whereas Hordy, no, not really.
Let's see how much Gazdic played with the Oilers. I might even text him and be like, "Did you view yourself as a goon?" Or let's see here. So his 3 years here, his average time on ice, 548.
Yep.
730, 723, 612. And over those 3 years, he scored 5 goals and had 8 points. So, I mean, Gaz was here for one reason.
To fight.
Yeah. So, yeah, he might have been the last guy. Yeah. I would agree with Hordichuk was more of your typical. Hordichuk was kind of in that last wave of, a lot of teams have one of those guys. Whereas Gaz was kind of the wave of, some teams still have those guys. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, nobody really has that guy. That job is completely gone.
Like Ryan Reeves, kind of.
Like, he's basically done.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he was kind of hanging on. Who's the one guy in Columbus?
Olivier?
Yeah, but he plays score a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's maybe Gaz is the last one of those guys.
Troll saying Gaz was tough, but he struck me more as a middleweight guy, not up there with LaRock Brown, like Semenko, McIntyre's heavyweights. But he would go with the heavyweights. It was a time of transition, and Gaz was he was still nimble, but he was tough as nails. Like he would fight Reeves. I remember Bufflin hit him one day in Winnipeg, so good, and Bufflin was a big dude. Gaz had a great fight with Lucic.
Let's see who Gaz fought.
He fought all the tough guys. McGrattan. He knocked out Westgarth.
Fought Cass.
He fought Cass.
Not Kassian.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Latest fights. So here's how. Let's see how far back can we go on these latest fights. There is you say Bufflin?
I said Bufflin.
I see the Bufflin one. Dylan McElrath. That Liambus.
Yeah.
I want to go back further. Let's see his Oilers fight card. Here we go.
Like, you didn't say no to anyone.
14, 15 tilts that year.
Yeah.
Okay. Thorburn, Sestito, Prust,
big.
Nolan, Rosehill, Brian McGrattan.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He fought everybody who was anybody.
Bowl, Bordelot, Luch, Mark Stewart, Sean Thornton,
yeah,
Stoner, Westgarth,
Yeah.
Konopka. Westgarth again.
Westgarth. He knocked out Westgarth.
Did he?
Yeah.
He fought him twice.
Yeah.
You know, in a span of 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, those are some pretty big boys back then. Yeah, it's like, if you're fighting 15 times,
you're a heavy.
You're here to fight.
You're a heavy.
And so, yeah, he would probably be the last one then.
Yeah, that's
because,
fair.
like, since then, who they had?
Cass.
And Luch.
And Pat Maroon. Pat Maroon would fight anyone.
But Pat Maroon would also play top 6 and score
exactly.
20 for you.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
Gaz played 5 minutes a night to go fight people.
Yep.
I'm surprised that name didn't come up.
I feel like it probably did, and we just missed it. So that's our bad for not mentioning it. Good call. Good call. Taco, yes, we already addressed Dusty's side of the studio.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
We're gonna sort out some of the lighting here.
Yes.
Coach Mike says Matt Rempe, the definition of a goon. Yeah, how much does Rempe play?
Rempe. Yeah, good point.
Like, who are the tough guys in the league now?
Rempe, Olivier, Delorier, Reeves. Where else would you go?
Who else? Like, what is there, 5 to 6 guys?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, Matt Martin just retired, and it feels like he barely played last season.
Rempe 2 years ago, 5.5 minutes a game. This past year, played 8:30, stretched over 42 games.
And anytime he plays New Jersey, he gets thrown out and suspended. Those are just facts.
All right, 780-218-9999. Or hit us up over on the nasty chat. Hammer the thumbs up. Scotty Nose says, I still remember that Big Mac versus Avanis tilt. Scary finish.
Yes.
Even rattled Mac, if I remember that correctly.
I do recall
Was that the game Eberle scored?
Yep.
That was that game.
That was a great season opener. It was, I remember that building was rocking. Edmonton fans got everything and then some. It was the beginning of the Hope era. I went and asked Big Mac about that like a couple days later, and he didn't even want to talk about it. He was rattled.
Really?
Yeah. He felt awful. Big Mac is a great guy. Great guy, as you know.
So that game, I came here in...
Is that the year or the year before?
Trying to think. It might have been the year before.
Because remember, you started doing score stuff.
Yeah.
After I moved to Oilers TV.
For some reason, I feel like I remember being at that game, but I'm part of me thinks it might have been the first one.
That was the first game of the year?
No. That might have been the first one I covered.
Oh, really? But you were there the year before.
I must have been there the year before.
You were.
I was there for 09-10.
Yeah, that was the year before.
10-11. Yeah. So, still though, I'll never forget being in that game because there was that moment.
Yep.
And then Eberle scores the winner.
Yep.
The drag, the backhand on Kiprusoff, and everybody goes nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of the more memorable regular season games I covered.
It was fantastic.
God.
It was a great night.
That was a scary
Rexall
place when Avanis went down the way he did, man.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the Hope era.
Yes.
God.
I remember we were in Calgary a few weeks later, and Ivanons had his locker stall, and all his gear was in it, but he was nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be seen.
That's how bad it
Did he play
ended
again
him.
after that?
No.
Well, that was the end of it, man.
Pretty much ended him.
Jeez. Jode says the con job of Hope. The team really bought into Hope, right? That wasn't.
It did.
I mean, it was fan driven, but
no,
it's team driven too.
Yep. And then remember
was it more team driven or was it more fan driven?
I think it was in concert with one another.
Yeah, it kind of was, right? I'm just trying to think where it started. Did it start with the fans online and then the team bought into it, or did the team drop? I remember Raimai had a song back on the Bear, and it was about hope.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? That was a long time ago now.
Raimai, oh yeah. And by the way, Ivanons never played an
He
NHL
never played
game.
again. That was
well,
it.
he played one more NHL game the next year, and then 27 AHL games, and he played 1 year in the K, and he was done.
And that was it. He went over and played in the cage, Ollie.
Yeah. Raimai, brilliant mind, obviously. I remember when, was it Uke and him would do Hall and Ebbs?
Yeah, they did the
That
whole
was pretty
everything.
good.
That was a pretty funny
That
bit.
was good. They had bunk beds.
That was that. You know what? That was probably the best. Like from my time working in that building with the guys at the Bear, that was the best bit that they ever came up with.
It was pretty good.
We used to mix that in a little bit.
Uke's hilarious. And Raimai is too. And those two are two peas in a pod.
All right, keep your text messages coming in, guys. Yeah, guys, I got the pick on my wall. What a game! What a fight! What a goal! And yeah, actually, I have a picture of that Everly goal in my basement.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's actually
he's flying through the air.
It's inscribed to me.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. I don't know how. I don't know why. It was early, maybe when like the others are still really nice.
Yeah,
I think they might have just like brought it by or something. I can't remember. But it says like to Dustin. I'm just like, what?
Of them being really nice. Like I have friends in other markets and like they'll be local media people. And when a team like does a new uniform reveal or whatever, they bring them the uniform. The others don't do that. Have you noticed that? I think the Elks even gave away their new uniform to like be like, oh, here's our new jersey.
Yeah.
They didn't, I don't think this year, but that was a thing. And it was a common thing in all sports and all markets, Canada, US. And the Oilers never really did that, did they?
No, not really.
Yeah. Don't need to. And they know that.
All right, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in if you were watching over on YouTube today. Hammer the thumbs up for us. It is Two Guys A Goalie. We are brought to you by GS Construction. We were asked on the Nielson show today, what would Stuart Skinner have to accomplish this year
Yeah, I heard this.
to silence? I mean, you're never going to, everybody has haters.
Yeah.
Like even there's still some people who are still like, trade McDavid. You're never, like there's, everybody has some level of haters. Skinner, as about to be proven with the upcoming draft of all-time Oilers whipping boys, and which I'm assuming he'll end up being a Final Four contestant.
Probably. How quickly he has
Skinner has a lot. So how do you win people over, Tommy? Like
an all-star season.
I still don't know if that's like that quiets things. But I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. I think it's past the point of no return.
It might be, and I'm trying to bring it back from the dead, I suppose.
Yeah.
An all-star caliber season where the goals against is sub 250, save percentage is up around 910 or above, right? And here's the kicker, improved lateral movement.
Oh.
And maybe
that might go a long way.
You resuscitate it and you bring him back into the good graces of oil country.
Stuart Skinner's last 3 years, the year before that, he only played 13 games. It's tough. But the last 3 years, full years, over 50 games every time, 273 and a 914. That wouldn't be enough for you because what'd you say? Under 250 for the goals
Under
against.
250, but 914,
you'll take that.
Yeah, that's a check.
Last 2 years ago, I guess now, 2.62, 905. That
doesn't track.
This year, 2.81, 896.
Yeah, that was bad.
Not going to work.
Yeah.
Career, 2.72, 906. Let me ask you this. If he just drops a 2.7 and a 906, his career numbers this year, does that deflect some of the hate?
No.
It doesn't.
But no. I don't even think it's like debatable. I just think no. No. There are some high watermarks or benchmarks that need to be cleared by Stu Skinner for Oiler fans to welcome him back into their good graces. Like that's where it's gone.
Thing is
in 1 year.
Even if he has a regular season of 2.44 goals against average, 908 save percentage, which would be best numbers of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he has that type of regular season, which would please, I mean, that would meet your standards, right? Might not be an all-star,
but pretty close. Yeah.
If he has ups and downs come playoff time, it's not going to matter.
And
You know, that's why I don't think anything he does in the regular season, even if this guy goes otherworldly and is like 918 and a 2.18 in the regular season, the majority of those who either fairly or unfairly criticize him, the majority of those people are still just going to be sitting there going, doesn't matter. Let's see what happens comes playoff time. Right? Like, is that's so to me, the only way he silences critics is to, I mean, basically, I think the conversation would have to be at the end of the playoffs next year. Man, yeah, they got eliminated in the second round, but Stuart Skinner was their best player. Like, I honestly think that's the only thing. If he plays extremely well in the first two rounds, and they still, they run into Dallas and Dallas gets them this time, or Los Angeles or Vegas or somebody gets them, and you're like, boy, Skinner might have been their best player, but that's the only thing I think that salvages this thing for him.
Steven Wolishin in the nasty chat says consistency, man. So reflecting what you're saying, adds can't have a shutout, then go 800. And that's completely valid. Now, where people are writing him off saying he can never do it is where I disagree. Because he's only entering his fourth full season, and he can still find that consistency and not be yanked in a bunch of games and become a steady, reliable playoff performer, which he has not done, admittedly.
But man, he's had some good stretches, though, in the playoffs.
Well, do you remember the night you went on a tangent when he had 3 shutouts in a 4-game stretch?
People were still all over him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, there were some inconsistencies before and after that.
Absolutely.
That doesn't help my case in that conversation.
No, but people were still
that was a hell of a run,
him.
though. They were still on him. He'd shut out 3 or 4. That's why it went off.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, I get it. Criticize the guy when he deserves to be criticized.
Absolutely.
And this just in. There are many windows where he deserves to be criticized. But to criticize him when he goes on the best run a goalie's had in the playoffs here in it forever, and that just, to me, that was a bad look.
Yeah. Vincenzo Paisan says he just has to make that save he never seems to make.
See, but I would say he has made that save.
And we overlook it.
You overlook it.
Wins.
He's made those saves and wins. Right? He doesn't get a shutout because he faced 12 shots. Like, he's made big saves and wins. It's just that we don't talk about it because this guy scored the winner.
Yes.
It's different. It's an unfair spot for some goalies to be in. You're always going to remember the bad ones he lets in. But many of us gloss over some of the great saves that he did make during the playoffs last year. It's just there's a game where he'll make a ton of great saves, and then 2 games later there's a game where you're like, "Oh, that can't go in."
Yeah.
What happened to this guy? It's the inconsistencies that going to probably drive him crazy. The Gourdfather texts in, and you can text us 780-218-9999 if you're listening on TuneIn or at iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. If you're watching over on YouTube, hit us up in the chat, hammer the thumbs up. I'll die on the hill. It's not Skinner's overall numbers, but his criticism is heightened as he gives up the first shot on goal or a first 5-minute goal. So the narrative is the team is always chasing. For the narrative to change, if he limits first period goals against, the chatter will calm significantly.
They were chasing a lot, and there were a lot of first shot, second shot goals. I think Pickard got burnt on a couple as well this year.
Can you search first period goals against?
First period, yeah, but first shot, like first, second shot.
I'm just curious about, because he said, eliminate some of these first period goals.
Yeah.
The Vancouver Canucks, this is just on an AI overview Google search. The Vancouver Canucks allowed the most first period goals in the NHL this season was 65 against.
So that's, yeah. And the defense in front of him wasn't particularly good for chunks of it, or Pickard. I'm curious to see how the defense performs this year. I still have my doubts.
The Edmonton Oilers have allowed 11,542 goals against.
That's it?
Of all time. I think it's all time. Yeah, I'm looking it up. I'm getting a bunch of these different. Which team has allowed the most goals against in NHL history?
Has to be like the Bruins or Habs.
No.
Who?
Maple Leafs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
The original 6 in order. Leafs,
Yep.
Rangers, Hawks, Red Wings, Bruins, Habs. The Habs overall have allowed 2,000 less goals over their time than the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Edmonton Oilers, and you guys all bitch about goaltending, they've only allowed the 19th most goals of all time. 11,542.
It was interesting. The NHL put out total wins in franchise history, just like as a graph. And like Edmonton's, out of the 4 teams that moved into the NHL from the WHA, I think it's just the Avs/Nordiques that are slightly ahead of Edmonton. Edmonton 1,665 wins. Colorado 1,710. The Devils are ahead of the Oilers, but you'll recall that New Jersey began as Kansas City, then moved to Colorado, then to New Jersey. And this is something that I heard Hernan and Joaquin talking about last week, I believe. Technically, because they were talking about like faces of franchise, they're doing that bit. The Utah Mammoth, even though they were the Phoenix Coyotes, Arizona Coyotes, Winnipeg Jets, technically have begun as an expansion franchise. So all of the history of the Coyotes and the Jets 1.0 is basically sitting in stasis in the ether. And they allowed, the NHL did, Utah to begin as a quote-unquote expansion franchise, which is interesting, in my opinion.
780-218-9999. Let's get some good chats rolling in here. James says, the Oilers team defense has as much structure as a human body without a skeleton, but it's only the netminder who's the problem. Just a
good one.
Just a bag of skin defense.
Just an amoeba.
Yeah.
No structure. Just flowing.
Tommy Tuna over on YouTube says, if Hellebuck was an Oiler and had the numbers he had his last 3 playoffs, would he be getting dumped on like people with Skinner? Skinner has better numbers than Hellebuck in his last 3 playoffs. Yeah, but I mean, Hellebuck also is like the worst playoff goalie
which is
that the NHL has seen in
incredible.
a long time, which is saying because he just won the Hart Trophy.
I know. It's wild.
Now, with that being said, does Skinner's outplayed Ottinger 2 series in a row.
Yep.
And everybody loves Ottinger. So there's these small boxes that he has checked off.
Yeah. He has little victories. Dash says that's because the Coyotes are coming back, Tommy. Yes, I believe that. They're in the mix.
I'm sure they'll be back.
Scottsdale.
All right. So somebody over in the chat, I think it was X-Ray J.
X-Ray
Skinner
J.
gives up a goal in the first 5 shots in probably 80% of his starts. Now,
Is that X-Ray J on a Friday night?
That sounds like a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
However, according to, once again, the AI overview on Google that the Gordfather has texted and sent to us, in the last 2 years, Stuart Skinner has allowed a goal on the first shot he faced approximately 13.69% of his starts.
This is AI?
This is according to a Reddit thread.
Oh, okay.
All right. AI found it on a Reddit thread.
Gotcha.
So it says in the last 2 years, Stuart Skinner has allowed a goal on the first shot he faced in approximately 13.69% of his starts. So 13 out of every 100.
Yeah.
He allows a goal on the first shot.
Yeah.
This includes both regular season and playoff starts. Specifically, he allowed a goal on the first shot in 11.8% of his regular season starts and 21.4% of his playoff starts.
See that?
So one out of every 5 playoff games,
not good.
He's allowing a goal on the first shot,
Yes.
which is
straight up bad. That's bad.
There's no defending that.
Yeah.
Like that simply just
that
can't
playing catch
happen.
up.
Yeah, that can't happen.
Yeah. Troll adds, since Utah is a quote-unquote expansion team, they should allow Winnipeg to take their old records. Phoenix/AZ can keep the Coyotes ones. I think Huss was on that too. I think he had it on Winnipeg Sports Talk one day where it's like, can the Jets 2.0 now take Jets 1.0's records?
Yeah.
But I think part of the No, yeah. Part of the hiccup there is then what happens to Atlanta? Right? Like you can't just all of a sudden go, okay, Jets 2.0, you have the Thrashers history. Oh, by the way, now we're just going to gift you the Winnipeg Jets 1.0 history, which ended their play in 96 and Atlanta started their play in 98 or 99?
Can I suggest that nobody cares about the Atlanta Thrashers history?
That is valid.
Right? Like to me,
that is fair.
Just send the Atlanta Thrashers history off to the moon, like until they give them another team in Atlanta.
Which is happening. Which is great.
I mean,
do you remember?
It's getting very discombobulated now.
Oh, totally. It's getting silly. Couple things. Do you remember Atlanta's first ever captain?
Let me play this game. Thrashers. Yeah, this is a good game. Atlanta Thrashers' first ever captain.
Yep.
It wasn't a goalie, was it? Oh, I was because I love Kari Lettinen. I thought it was a trick question.
No, it's not.
Okay. I know him.
You know him.
What do you mean, like personally?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This is that. I'm surprised you haven't gotten it.
Bucky.
Bucky.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And remember when Cleveland took off for Baltimore, and then the NFL gave the new Browns the old Browns record and stats and all that?
I didn't remember that.
That's the thing, because the Ravens don't have the Browns history, even though it was the Browns franchise. And wasn't that like an overnight, middle of the night?
That was a quick turnaround there.
Yeah. And then the Browns came back like a year or two later. So it can get a bit silly with like the expansion, relocation. And I understand the make good or desire to give Jets 2.0, Jets 1.0's history, especially with the franchise being in stasis, the Coyotes one, and Utah being an expansion franchise. But it can get a little convoluted, I think.
Big Maple, I think it was Big Maple, over on the chat, says positive. Oh, Penner's Pancakes. Sorry, guys. I get Penner's Pancakes and Big Maple confused sometimes. Positive note, there was an article on the 10 worst contracts in the league, and Darnell Nurse was not on it.
There's been some stinkers.
I don't have an Athletic account.
Was Bobby Holik on there?
Don't necessarily want to spend $1 on it. Now, are we talking worst contracts in the league right now, or we're not talking all time? We're talking
like all time.
Worst 10 in the league right now.
I see NHL's 10 best contracts. Let's see. Was it Dom wrote it? I have a subscription. Thank you very much. Continue. Who's? I don't know. Sometimes his articles, I don't care.
Man, there's 10 worse contracts in the league than Nurse.
This is all time though, right? Like the Jack Campbell contract was horrible.
Oh, this is an all-time list. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Like a off-season all-time sort of list.
Yeah. All right. I'm logged in. Okay. I've got the 10 best. So I'm assuming there was a 10 worst. Here we go. Got it.
10 worst contracts NHL history?
10 worst contracts, 2025 edition. Jonathan Huberdeau, Ivan Provorov, and more.
Okay.
And the NHL contracts matter for better or worse. Every player is judged based on the money he makes and whether he's worth the price. This piece about the players who aren't worth the money, the worst deals in the league. So this is currently. It's when you ask yourself, how is this guy making that much? But in a bad way. There are a number of player-friendly deals out there according to each player's projected value over the remainder of the deals. These are the league's 10 worst contracts. Huberdeau.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of charts and stuff. 10.5 mil by 6 years. Number 2, Provorov. 8.5 mil by 7 years.
That's a lot of money.
Stevenson.
Chandler Stevenson. I like Chandler
So
Stevenson.
do I. 6.3 by 6 years with Seattle. Brady Shea.
Yeah, Brady Shea.
$7 million by 6 years. Then it's Nick Hague, who just wound up in Nashville. 5 by 5 or 5.5 by 4 years.
Jeez, that makes top 10 list?
Yeah.
He must hate Nick Hague.
There's a formula and there's a chart to each one.
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of stuff with numbers there. But
there's a surplus value and it's like negative numbers and that. Yeah. Sean Couturier, 7.8 mil by 5 years, comes in at number 6.
yeah, that's not a great deal.
Ryan Pullock, 6.2 mil by 5 years.
My buddy Boom once took him first overall in a hockey draft.
That's a big mistake.
Horrible
You
pick.
must have been drunk or high on something.
He was drunk.
Okay.
And it's a keeper league. So like 120 guys were taken.
Yeah.
But
That's-
none of us had him going in like the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
And Boom was like, I'll take Ryan Pullock. We're like, oh my God.
What are you doing,
Yeah.
Boom?
This is also the guy who once drafted Keith Primo.
Yep.
Did I tell you, you know that story?
No, I have. No,
You've-
but
you've-
tell
you
me
know,
more
Boom.
about Keith Primo.
I'll never forget this one. We're doing a draft. It was in college, so 20 years ago. And he walks in, and we were waiting for him. There's like 8 of us there. He was the last one to show up. He had first overall pick or second pick.
Okay.
First or second pick. I can't remember. I think it was first. And he rolls in, and we're like, man, you're up first. We've been waiting for you. Let's go. Somebody threw a magazine at him. And he looks at the magazine, he flips it open, and goes, Keith Primo. And the reason he was on the cover of the magazine was because he'd been concussed and wasn't playing for the entire season or something like that. And we're like, no, what have you done? So he took Primo. Like, he didn't follow hockey that closely, but looked at, threw him the magazine, and Keith Primo was on the cover, and he flipped through it. He goes, looked at the cover, he's like, Keith Primo.
No.
I'm like, dude, he's out.
No.
Yeah.
Keith
Yeah,
Primo was like mint from like 94 to 2000.
Yeah, it's like poor man's Eric Lindros there for a little bit. Like
yeah.
very poor man's Lindros. But anyway, sorry, keep going.
Number 8 might surprise you. 8 mil by 8 years. Signed it this offseason. Sam Bennett.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I mean,
What is he, like a 50 point guy?
yeah, he's had 50 points like once in his career.
But then you get to the playoffs and he just turns into a beast.
Jeez. So the Athletic is saying that the Sam Bennett contract is worse than Darnell Nurse's contract.
Yep.
Take note.
Number 9. I mean, I don't think anybody applauded this signing, but 4.5 mil by 4 years to Cody Bartholomew Ceci.
Cody Ceci.
Yeah.
Classic Kenny Holland right there.
Classic Kenny Holland. And then the 10th worst contract right now in the NHL, according to the Athletics Dom.
There's going to be a plot twist if it's Boosh.
3.4 mil by 5 years to Tanner Jeannot.
Oh, yeah, that one's still hurt.
Yeah, it's not a great signing.
Well, good. I mean, that's big for Nurse. Oh, everybody should stop complaining. It's not even a top 10 worst contract in the league.
According to the Athletic.
Well, I mean,
But
I had
kinda
my
nice.
differences with Dom back in the day, but
yeah, well,
he puts a lot of work into his articles.
he certainly does. What some of it means, I have no clue.
I wonder
but
if he extended that list out. Like, is Nurse 15th?
that
Is he
probably.
20th?
I
Nobody
think that
knows.
would be an easy candidate. So there's that.
Two Guys and a Goalie is brought to you by GS Construction, where they are always hiring. Become a part of their great team today by visiting gsconstruction.ca or their page over in indeed.ca. And for the past 50 years, with the foundation of GS Construction, it's being built on efficiency, quality, and most importantly, for all of you who'll be working there, safety. Take your career to the next level. Join the team at GS Construction today. My 19 says Nurse is in the honorable mentions.
Let me go back. I'll
Okay.
open it up again.
I didn't know there was honorable mentions.
I didn't know. I just went to the top.
Is maybe Amish Man 19 is just doing a funny joke.
Wait, let me look.
Trev in the chat. Bennett contract worse than Nurse? LOL. Yeah, right.
Where is it? And it just ends with Jeannot. I don't know. I'm not seeing
so
it.
it might have been a joke.
It might have been.
I mean, he would probably be in the honorable mentions.
It should be. I mean, it's not great.
All this talk, and we didn't even get to Dreisaitl's wedding.
Yeah, we'll save it for Oil Stream Tour. I
Oh,
talked
God.
to somebody who was there.
Oil Stream tomorrow, by the way, Boston Pizza Clairview. We are returning
Yes.
to the site of the Buffet Bandit. That's where you stole my poutine. That's where you stole my poutine, you son of a bean. So we'll be back there tomorrow. Lock Shot. It's a nice little pre-Nasty Bash lunch visit.
Yes.
So come join us. Clairview Boston Pizza tomorrow. I'll be there for Lock Shot. We'll be there for Oil Stream, and it should be a pretty good time.
Let's have a poutine tomorrow.
You know what? We should have a poutine.
Let's share it.
We'll Lady and Tramp that thing just to show that
we've made amends.
It's really the best way to bury the hatchet.
I'm in.
Yeah, that should be fun. So yeah, make plans to join us. I'll be there for Lock Shop, Tommy by Oil Stream, Clairview Boston Pizza tomorrow. If the weather holds up, we really desperately want a patio show.
I hope so.
But some of these forecasts suck the big one.
Yep.
But we'll see. We might be on the patio tomorrow. We might be inside. I kind of hope we're inside because the new lounge is insane.
It is a phenomenal location.
Yeah.
Jason and the crew did a great job there.
We'll be diving into their summer menu. There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I was there, I had to take off right away after.
I know.
This time I also have to take off, but I can stay for a little bit.
And Lisa's there too. She's great.
Okay, well, we're
Jason
looking forward to it.
Lisa.
So yeah, join us. Join us at Clairview Boston Pizza tomorrow for the Oil Stream. For Tom Gazzola, I am Dustin Nielson. A shout out to Cass and Gager. Cass was busy today. Gager just sat there and watched probably the whole show from home, wishing he could have been on it. We love you though, Gager. Brought to you by GS Construction. EST Afternoons. On the way next. Don't go anywhere.